Ski spoke about Old Man in the Sea, and no, I'm not familiar with that song. I know that if it's instrumental, that's probably one reason why, because it's harder to search for songs online if they don't have lyrics. I mean, that explained why for a while I didn't know one instrumental hit. And then thanks to one of those TV ads that has a compilation, I found out the song was Music Box Dancer. I don't know how else you describe it, other than I just remember it being a song in a commercial for Homemakers Plaza, which was a furniture store in Des Moines, Iowa, and I saw their TV ads all the time, so I connected the two. Old Man in the Sea. Well, when I think of that, I still think of the Hemingway novel, which I read in college. And one reason why I wanted to read it was I heard there were baseball references in it, because the fisherman in it talks about Joe DiMaggio. And then it was also in the 90s, so of course when it's at San Diego and the Marlin, I kept thinking how the Florida Marlins, or Miami Marlins now, had a baseball team, and they had a player named Santiago. Weird coincidence there. I'm known for liking baseball. Shocking that I talk about that in my set? All right, now for the regularly scheduled jokes. Well, I'm known as the banking place that means tales from the bank, like tales from the crypt. Well, that river is not running dry anytime soon with all the things I witness from day to day in the check shop. I know that there was one thing that I left for when I expected my vacation replacement to show up, and even he had trouble with it, because with our inserter machine, sometimes we have to swap out the fluid bottles, and I couldn't get it open. Neither could he. You know what he finally did to get the fluid bottle open? Cut into the bottle cap. At least we finally got the tube in, so then we could use it. I mean, sometimes you have to improvise on things. That's definitely a plastic bottle, because, I mean, I'm not going to try to cut into a metal bottle cap like for beer. No. Not worth it. Even with the box cutter and other tools we could use, you still have to be careful on not hurting yourself. Finally did some social events there too, food and drink events. I guess I just came at a lull in the season where it was right before Christmas, so they'd already done their Christmas or holiday events, and it's like, New Year, just had to wait more than a month, and they finally had something. It was a popcorn social, and it's like, yay. And they had more than just popcorn. They had candy too, so it's like, I'll take the peanut M&Ms then. And then day after that, there was sparkling water in cans, so I had one of those, and then the Knott's Berry Farm cookies. And then there was a card about Heart Month, and it's like, every month says it's National Something Month. It's not just Black History Month, it's also Dental Health Month and Heart Month, and it's probably a few other months as well. It can be hard to keep up. Now, why it's Heart Month? Probably because it's Valentine's Day. I mean, that's all I remember hearing about that when I was a kid. Dental Health Month, I don't know, but I remember that when I was a kid. We had a guest speaker. Yay, we don't get very many of those, and he wanted to talk to us about that. And I ended up becoming friends with his son. We didn't go to the same elementary school at the time, though. Big enough town where that was possible. All right. Next subject. Movies. I know that our bard, David Lenander, was asking if I do a movie report, and it's like, yes, I will. 2 movie weekend. Sometimes it's like that. If there's movies I want to see that are out there. Sunday, I did go to a movie, even though it was Super Bowl Sunday, but there are other years where I've decided to go to an early screening on Super Bowl Sunday because I only want to watch the game, and I don't want to watch the pregame show. So it's like, there's a movie to see, go see it. In this case, it was Brave the Dark, although it had been a few years since I had done a Super Bowl movie. I went to see it in Eden Prairie. Then after I went to get ice cream at the Dairy Queen. Yeah, even during winter, I like my ice cream. Call me crazy if you have. And then I also went to the Barnes & Noble, and I stayed in there longer than I expected because it's like, can I find 2 items I like? No, I can find only one. It was a DVD of the movie Catch-22, and I remember reading the book. It was around the time the author Joseph Heller died. Weird coincidence there, too. Bob Newhart is in the movie, so it's like, yeah, that's worth it on getting the movie. I like Bob Newhart. And it was a cheap copy, too, even better. But, well, it's an older movie, so no surprise there. Oh, yes, the movie I actually saw, Brave the Dark. Hard to watch, to say the least. Sometimes I've posted on Facebook saying I've wiped away a tear. Well, I wasn't sobbing, but I was still crying a lot during this one, even though the subject is a homeless teenager adopted by his teacher. That doesn't describe me, but there were still a few reminders of unhappy earlier times in my life. So it's like, yeah, that explains why it was hard to watch. And it might have been hard to watch for other people too, because somebody did get up in the middle of the movie and left the auditorium. No, I did not go to ask them if they were just plain walking out or needed to go to the bathroom. I mean, if it was a bathroom break, I definitely don't want people detaining me, because time is money. When nature calls, you answer. Well, that'll do it for me. They've all been great.